first spin. Come on down. Side, homie. Right now, I think the thermostat's 160, so we'll let it warm up and then we'll go through the torquing process. Alright, good morning guys. I just kind of wanted to go over this Massey Ferguson 85 and kind of what we're doing to it. So I bought the tractor from a guy, and the guy he bought it from uses it to grind feed. And when I bought it from the guy I bought it from, he said thought maybe the head gasket was out of it. So I brought it home, got it started up. The carburetor had been sitting for a long time, so the carburetor was gummed up. It's got a Zenith carburetor on it. Originally had a Marvel Shibler carb on it. Pulled the carburetor off of it and rebuilt it, and that fixed the gas dumping problem into the oil. Got it running and noticed it was smoking quite a bit, had quite a bit of blow by. So I pulled the head off and couldn't see anything wrong with the head gasket, and you know, the pistons had quite a bit of slop in them, you know, in the liners, and the liners were all the cross hatching was gone in the liners. Now that's a wet sleeve engine. It's a Continental E223 engine. It's a wet liner engine. which means you can pull the liners out and replace them. The problem is you can't find parts for those engines anymore. I mean, I looked and looked and looked, and you know, you can for the 242s you can find parts, but the 223s it seems you can't find parts, and when you can, they're very expensive. So I went ahead and put it back together with a new head gasket, and so it's got some blow by, it smokes a little bit, but you know, by the time, and there's a couple options. You could have a machine shop make you liners. You know, I don't know how well they would hold up, you know, and you know, it just depends on how much money you want to spend on something. You know, I bought the tractor pretty cheap, and for what it is, you know, I'm not really going to be putting a bunch of money into it. So I may sell it. I haven't decided yet, and get a different tractor. So today we're going to so whenever you install a head on an old tractor, you want to make sure you run it through a heat cycle and then re-torque the bolts. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start the tractor up, let it run for a little bit, take it out and drive it, maybe put some loads on it and get it up to operating temp, and bring it back in and take the fuel tank back off of it and re-torque the head. So let me get this thing fired up and we'll go from there. pushing oil out of the spark plug holes because of the state of the liners. What a pain in the ass. The other interesting thing about these tractors is they don't have any frame rails. They use just the casting to hold it together, so that's fun. This fucking thing smokes more than I do. It's for sale. Not on sale. I don't know if this is factory, but if you're ever feeling bad about yourself, know that I put a bunch of JB Weld on top of this radiator to keep it from leaking. And when I did that, it was able to build pressure, so now it leaks from somewhere else. And then you have this rag joint that, I don't know, man. Come on down. I think we'll do a 2-part series on this tractor. I got it ran through the heat cycle, and then you need to let it cool down, and then you torque it, retorque the head. I don't know if I'll have time to do that today. I've got other stuff going on, so you know, the whole reason I started this channel was, for one, for this tractor alone, because there's not enough information on the internet about these tractors, these 85s in particular. You know, and so I kind of had to dig and dig and dig for information, you know, and so I just want to pass that on, you know, and kind of share that information if you got an 85. I know there's several of them out there. They only made them for 3 years, but this one's an earlier one. So it's a pretty cool tractor. It just, you know, it doesn't run. It runs okay. It probably needs points and a condenser, and I may do a video on that, so let some of you guys know how to do that. But you know, none of this stuff is real hard. You know, it's only hard in your head, so you just got to do it. So anyway, I think this will be part 1, and we'll keep going on it. I'm still kicking around the idea of maybe pulling the liners and seeing if I can get a machine shop to make me new liners, and kind of the costs on that. But you know, and no, I don't identify as a woman. I know that I changed my mind, but you never know what you're going to find at the Backyard Bonanza.